Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and today we're going to make a React note taker website with the Node.js as a backend. So it's gonna create the notes. You will be able to log into your account, register an account, and when you will log into your account, you will see the notes that you have created, and you will be able to edit the notes and delete the notes. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what we're gonna do in this video. So without wasting the time anymore, I'm going to go to the Visual Studio, go to a new window. So we're going to create an open folder. We're going to desktop, new folder, note taker website. So I'm going to select the folder. Here the folder is selected. Now we will create two more folders. One is going to be with the name of client, other one is going to be with the name of server. Client will contain our React application and server will contain our Node.js application. I'm going to say Node.js server. I'm going to say cd client, and we will do npx create react app, create react app. I'm going to do npx create react app in the folder of client, so it will automatically create a client and create a folder with the name of client, so we don't have to do that. Till then we will go to the server folder, npm init, which means we're initializing a empty package.json in our server file folder. And we're going to install a few modules that's going to cover Express, JSON Web Token. It's called JWT Web Token. So just to encrypt our tokens to our login at authentication, we're going to get the bcrypt JavaScript to hash our passwords. We're going to get the .env to actually have an env environment variables. We're going to get the cookie parser to actually read the cookies, and do we need anything else? Let me take a final look at this one. We need MySql to actually connect with the MySql database. So things seem pretty much fine. Okay, so both sides are ready to go. Now we will get rid of two things in here. In the source folder we will get just rid of everything. In the package of JSON we will add a proxy link that's going to be http://localhost 5000. So this is basically our Node.js application link. So now in React app we can just say /API/ something like that, so it will make direct calls to the server, so to the backend, without just us having to mention this URL. Okay, that was for that part. And in here we will get rid of this one, and this one. Okay, we don't need any strict mode. It will render the app, and for now we don't have any app. I'm going to say app main component. So we actually don't need any main component. Yep, we can just do it right here. We will see what we're gonna do with it. In here we will get rid of a few things. That's going to be okay. Note taker website. So that's all we need, and we need to connect Bootstrap. So get Bootstrap, we will get the link for the CSS only. Okay, that's pretty much it. We're probably done with this part. Now here we're gonna create routes for our React application. So we're gonna first of all we have to import. Okay, we have to do cd client, and we have to do npm install React router DOM. So we have to do that, and now we can actually do import. Oh, React DOM. Oh, React router, my bad. I don't know why. Okay, so basically 1 minute. So we're gonna do import browser router and routes, and the route from React router DOM. I hope the browser router is spelling correct. Yeah, browser router. So yeah, that's good. Good for me at least. So I'm gonna say constant app is equal to something like that. I wanna here say return browser router, and in here return the routes. In the routes we're gonna have a route which is gonna have a path of, first of all, this is going to be the home page. We're gonna have the element of home page, then we will have register login / register / login page. Then we have everything else that's going to be a no page, login page, and a register page. Components in here, I'm gonna create first of all home.jsx refce React functional component. Let's say for now this is going to look like that. Then we have the login.jsx refce. Then we will have the register.jsx refce React functional arrow React arrow functional component. It means okay, we are done with that thing. Import home, import register, import login. Then we need a no page.jsx. Then we need import no page from here. Yep, we'll do that definitely. So we did import all of these things. So for now everything should be working pretty fine. Now what we will be doing, we will just go to the Bootstrap documentations, and here we will be doing a little bit more of a copy paste. So first of all, let's set up our register part. Okay, let's have a div with a class of container. With the class name of car. Then I have a div with the class of card body. Container should have a empty of 5. That means it will have a top padding, actually top margin of 5 rem maybe. Yeah, like around that part. So then we need to get the form. We do have to replace class with the class name, and we need to replace for with the HTML4 because this is for is equal to HTML4 equal to, yeah, we'll definitely do that. Okay, now we will just close the input element. Okay, feels good to me. So instead of having an email address, asking for email address, we will ask for the username. We will never share your email with anyone else. Okay, good to know. Username, we're gonna have a username type as text. Help is nothing. Password type is password. And check me to nope, we're not gonna check you. Here is register. Type is not gonna be summary. I'm gonna say actually on click. Or we'll pass this event listener to a function of submit that we will be creating. Constant submit is equal to ee.trim on default, so it will not let the page to refresh. And yeah, we will create few use states. That's going to first of all have about what do we say? Oh yeah, we're gonna first of all have our username. Okay, I'm just thinking about to do something that we don't have to make multiple use states, or we can just make one use state that will take all other use state data and just change it there. Let me think. Never mind. I'm gonna create it for now. User and update user. It's going to have use state. Import use state from React. Yep. Update pass. It's going to be password. Username is going to be on change. Get the event and then do what? Update user with e.target.value. It will update the value to the latest one. And we'll change the value to in here. Actually, we don't have to change the value in here according to the latest value, whatever we have, because we will not be clearing this value. So that means it's all fine. Okay. We need to have this here below. Update password. When we submit, we're gonna prevent the default and then blah blah blah. Probably we don't need any form, but if you're gonna keep it form, it's all fine. And we will see how the things go, goes after that one. For the login one, we will have pretty much same thing. Just the difference is gonna have this change login, and that's pretty much it for the login part. So now let's do npm start and actually see You can do yarn start or npm start. Yarn is a little bit more faster, I don't know, maybe. Okay. Which falls outside. Okay. My bad. We have to create component inside the source folder. This is the home page. This is the register page. Okay. Yep, doesn't look much bad, but we can make it better after some time. Let's get a nav bar first of all. A normal looking nav bar. Normal looking nav bar. With not much of the. The components, I'm going to create a nav.jsx. Okay, yep, that does seem better. Login. Okay, register. We will not have this a link there. Instead, we're gonna make this a link from React DOM router to, it will go to slash login. Otherwise, we can just give it a component name. It will just open that component without having to redirect to anywhere. But redirecting to different pages will let the user to know that something is changing other than nothing is changing. You feel me? Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay, we're doing these things. We have here the name of node taker. That will take us to the home page. Alrighty, do we have anything else that we will? Could not proxy slash icon from. Where the hell is this icon? Don't know what to say. No. And I will the fall. I'm going away. Could not proxy.json. Man, these people are giving me those files that really don't exist in this universe. I don't know how they are getting these files name, even though they don't exist. Okay, never mind, we'll fix the issue later. Let's just go to register. Okay, we have not seen the navbar yet because we have to import the navbar. Okay, let's just import the navbar in the index page. Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. Oh, but it will not re-render it every time we go to different page. I don't know, maybe that's okay. Okay, we do see issues. Okay, all the children must be inside of either route or something like that. And yeah, I do really much agree with that thing. So let's just import this thing. Doo-be-doo-be-doo. Slash register, and then upside we have that thing. Okay, right? Yeah, that's what we wanted. Something like that. Good. Where am I even asking for the fav icon, to be honest? I'm not asking for the fav icon. Why are they even checking for the fav icon? Okay, where the hell is this favicon now? To be honest, I don't know. Error. Okay, never mind that thing. Has never been used. Now it has been used. Okay, so we are importing nav in here. That means we will be importing nav in the login page also. Change this one to login. Import now from that now. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's just stop our front-end server. Maybe they're showing because we are using yarn. I don't know. So let's set up our everything we have in the front end. Let's get an alert. We're gonna copy this danger one, but we will not keep a danger. I will explain you what do I mean by that. We'll just paste it right there. And instead of making a danger, I'm gonna make it into variable constant a type update type is equal to use state, just like that. Going to a type, and by default it's going to be danger. It's going to be danger by default, and the text is going to be message. Update message. Okay, so that's something we will be looking at, and we're gonna have a style of constant alert update. Alert is equal to use state. We're gonna have it like display is going to be none. I'm gonna put the alert in here so that it all actually links together. We don't want to see the alert unless we don't want to call it. So I'm gonna have a function of constant send message. It will take few things. First of all, it's going to take the text, then it's going to take the type, as it's going to put it by default as danger, then it's going to take the time. By default it's going to put it as 3. Okay, let's say by default it's going to put it as 5. So time means like the set time out after how much time the message should expire. First of all, we'll be updating the type. That means update type should be equal to the danger, is equal to the type. Then message should be equal to the text that we get, and alert should become an update, and then update alert should become display block. After this, I'm gonna have a set timeout of time multiplied by 1000 to make it millisecond. Gonna have a update alert of display becoming none again. So yeah, that was for the part where send message comes into play. We're gonna say if user.length is smaller than 3 or pass.length is smaller than 3, then return with send message. Please fill the form correctly. So it's just going to return if the length is smaller. Otherwise, what is going to happen, we're going to say send message done. We're going to mention the type as success. Alrighty, I'm not sure this is going to turn out well, but like I said, all we can do is just hope. We'll do npm start. Register. Gonna manage the passwords. Oh, to update the message we need to have a u message. Can we console the log? What's the issue? 5 icon, the server. Either prime default if user.length is equal to that, send message. If not, does it really work? Oh, it's for the login section. Do you mean class name? Yeah, I mean class name. Please fill the form correctly. Done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it that we get to see right there. So yeah, it's working pretty fine. The login and the register are sending good message. We can just copy our login and paste this our login to the register section itself. And yeah, it should work pretty much same. Now we have to do what? We have to create a little bit of backend. Okay, now let's work on a little bit of on the backend section. We're gonna create controllers. We will create routes. In the routes we have db config.javascript. We're gonna say constant SQL is equal to require MySql, constant db is equal to SQL.create connection. It's going to contain a host file. This is going to get the from a process.env.host is going to contain a password. It's going to contain a database. Process.env.database going to contain a user. Process.env.user. Well, we are importing all these things from the environment variables because once this website will go live in the on your own website, so it will be much easier to change these things from the environment variable other than changing them from the the file itself. So we are set up with that thing, and now we're gonna create index.javascript. We're gonna have constant express is equal to require express. Okay, I don't think it's index.javascript. Yeah, my bad. Constant express is equal to require express. Constant .env is for the environment variables that we install .env. Now we need to set up our config so that it can use the environment variables throughout our whole server, and then we have the constant db is equal to require route/db config. Alrighty, just a minute. Okay, so we're gonna set up our app that's going to be required. Not actually required, it's going to set up our express application. Then we're going to have constant cookies equal to require cookie parser, so we will be able to edit cookies throughout our whole application. App.use cookie, app.use express.json, so we will be able to use the JSON requests. We will be able to read them. db.connect, we're gonna get the error. If E, then throw E. Basically, if any error comes while connecting to the database, it's gonna throw it. I'm gonna say app.use/API. It's gonna be a port which is going to require the file from, let's say, controller/app. We will create that, and we're gonna say app.listen on port. Constant port is equal to either 5000 or the port from process.env.port. Basically anything. We will not create any both in the environment variables, but I'm just taking it as an example so that you will get the concept. Now let's make a environment variable .env databases with the name of node taker. Let me show you. I've already created the database. Localhost / php myadmin. I have created a database with the name of node taker. I've created two tables, users and the nodes, just to make the process a little bit more faster. Node taker, right? Yeah. User is going to be root, password is going to be nothing, and the host is going to be localhost. These things are it for now. In the controls, we're going to create our app.javascript file. It's gonna create, we're just going to use the router function of express. Constant router is equal to express.router, so that we can just export the router, and we can just import the router in our index.js JavaScript server file. So yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna say router.get on if the user make a /API/register call, we're gonna give it the register file. Not actually get, it's gonna be post. It's going to be post for the login also. I'm gonna make a couple of requests right now. Create node, it's gonna also be a post request. .get for the logout, user wants to log out, so he can actually log out like that, and log in, log out. Do we ever need anything else? No. User.export is equal to router. We will just create register.javascript. It's going to have, first of all, we're going to get the database, and then we need to get the bcrypt JavaScript so that we can hash our password. We'll get the database automatically. I will show you how. So register is equal to request and response. It has to be an async function, async arrow function. Constant username and password. User and pass is equal to request the body. We will get these data from the request body, and then what we're gonna do, just the basic thing, we're gonna do a db dot, you can see it automatically imported our database, so we don't have to write the thing. db.query, we're gonna select the username from users, where username is equal to, we're gonna check if this username already exists, so we cannot create another username with the same name. Exist. Stop. Check. Check user. If stop, then I'm gonna say throw the stop error. Otherwise, if check user exists, once you return with the response.json, we're going to give it a status of 0 and with the message of user already exists with the username. If that is not the case, we're going to say db.query insert into users set user comma pass. It's like user with the value of user, it just both in the same thing. Error and the result. If error, then I'm gonna say throw error, otherwise I'm gonna say return response.json with the status of 1 and message of user has been registered. So we need to encrypt our password. I'm going to say this as raw password. Constant password is going to be equal to await. Okay, we need to make this one also async function. Say await raw pass, no, decrypt dot hash. I'm gonna hash our raw pass 10 times, and then this pass is going to be passed in here, then so on. Model exports is equal to register. Let's see if we have named it. Okay, now we have named it as username. We need to change this username to be just a user. This password, the big ass password, to be this pass. This is in the text format. This is in the varchar format. In the notes, you can see we have a note ID that's a primary, auto increment. Then we have the user ID that we'll be adding manually. Then we have the title with the varchar of 100 length. Then we have note with the length of text, which is unlimited. Then we have date, which has length of text that is unlimited. We should give it also varchar, but it doesn't really matter. Like, let's just keep it text right there. Okay. Alrighty. Pretty fine till now. We're gonna create a login system that's gonna contain our JWT. That's gonna be first of all required JSON web token. Then we're gonna say login is equal to an async function with the request and the response arguments. So we're gonna say constant user in pass is equal to request.body. We need to import bcrypt.js to just compare the hashed password with the real password, with the password they have given us. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm gonna say the same thing. Select user, select user from user, where user is called user. If stop, then throw stop, otherwise if check user exist, if doesn't exist. Okay, we want to say return with the response.json, return with status 0 and with the message of user is not registered. Okay, user is not registered. Or if now we're gonna check if the username is correct or the password is correct. Okay, we're gonna say this below here. If either username is incorrect or either await bcrypt.compare the string, that means password, select everything. I'm going to compare the password and with the password that we got from the check user 0 dot password. Whatever is going to turn out, if I'm going to say return just like that. If both these things do turn out to be alright. Okay, so like say, let's say we were able to reach this point, that means we were actually able to bypass that and we have got the right password and the username. Now I'm going to create a few environment variables. First of all is the JWT secret, that's going to contain random string with the random numbers. Then we have JWT expires, it's going to be 90 days. Then we have cookie expires, that's going to be 90 in the integer form. So So we're gonna make it happen right here. We're gonna say constant token is equal to JWT.sign. Okay, we're gonna assign the object that's going to be ID of check user.id. I'm gonna have the process.env.jwt secret. Then we will have a few options. That's gonna be, first of all, expires in. That's going to be process.env.jwt expires. That's it for the token. Now we have the option for cookie option. That's going to contain the expires in as in format of, first of all, a new date. Inside a new date, we're going to say date.now. We're going to multiply it with the process.env. That means the number of days we want. env.cookie expires multiply by 24 multiply by 60, converting it to minutes, converting it to seconds, and converting it to milliseconds. Then we're gonna have HTTP only as true, so it's only going to be working in the HTTP only website. We can also have a secure only is equal to true, so that it will only work on the domain that we want it to, or it will only work on HTTPS domain. Now I'm gonna have response dot cookie, which takes a string. We're gonna have here a string name, log user with the value of our token and with the options of our cookie options. Now we're gonna say return with the response.json. Status is going to be 1. Message is going to be user has been logged in. Now we're gonna do module.export is equal to login. Looks great to me. Now here we will have a logout.javascript. It's pretty simple. Constant logout is equal to request and the response. All we have to do is just do like response.clear cookie and the name of cookie, that is user, what was that, log user, and the response.json is going to have a status like that. Okay, let's just send the status, or let's just send response.text as okay. Module.export is equal to logout. There we go. There we have our logout section. Alrighty. And now let's have a create node server ready. Create node controller ready. That's going to have a few things. First of all, let's say constant JWT is equal to require JSON web token. We are importing this thing so that we can actually get the ID from the cookies, and we can actually create a node on the ID of the username. So we'll say constant create node is equal to require and request and response. We're going to say constant. We will get the title and we will get the node from the user itself, the request.body, and then we're going to compare a few things. Okay. First of all, let's say if request.cookies.log user doesn't exist, then return with the response.json of status 0, message of please log in again. Or if we are trying to verify our JWT token, that is the token string, it's going to be request.cookies.log user, and the secret key of JWT, that's going to be environment.process.environment.jwt secret, and few options are going to be the callback functions, either show error or give our ID back. If error, then we want to return null, otherwise we want to return our ID. Okay, if user is equal to null, then we can just return this thing again. If not, then we can just proceed forward. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah, it does make a good sense. Now we're gonna get the constant time is equal to new date with having the date dot now, so that we can get the current date in our what we say, in our database. We're gonna say time dot get full year separated with this thing plus get month plus 1 plus time dot get date plus space between, and time dot get hour with the plus of this separator, colon separator, time dot get minutes. Now I'm gonna say like that, time dot get seconds. Yeah, this is pretty much fine. So db.query insert into notes, set okay, title node date, title as title, node as node, and date as date. We're gonna get the error and the result. We're gonna say if error, then throw the error, otherwise return with the response.json with the status of 1 with the message of node has been added. Let's say model.export is equal to create node. Okay, that was the thing for the create node. Yep. Delete node.javascript. We're gonna have a constant delete node is equal to request and response. We're gonna say constant IDs from the request body. Both the things, actually all of the things. Then we're gonna read the ID of the node. Then we're gonna say db.query constant db is equal like that. Delete from nodes where node ID is equal to ID. We wanna say the error and the result. If error, then throw the error, otherwise return with the response.json of status 1 and message as node deleted. Model.export is equal to delete the node. Update the node.javascript. This is going to be the last one, to be honest. Yeah. We need the JWT is equal to require JSON web token. Request and the response. Oh. Okay, now we're gonna set up our update node with the same things. Okay, constant JWT is equal to require JSON web token Alrighty, that thing is done. So constant title and the constant and the node itself. Request the body and the node ID. db.query update nodes. We're gonna update the nodes. We're gonna set the new title. I'm gonna set a new node. We cannot actually update the ID. Set title is equal that, node is equal that, date is equal that, where node is equal that, and ID is equal that. I'm gonna first of all set a title, and a node, and a date, the node ID, and user ID, just to be more sure. With the response.json, status of 0 or status of 1, and the message of node has been edited. I'm going to say module.exports is equal to the update node. Yep, and we need the date, where we get the date from. Yep. Okay, we did created a lot of things. A lot boring things, to be honest. Okay, so we created the create node. Routed the post on slash edit node, right? Okay, update node with the update node variable. We're gonna have constant register is equal to require dot slash register. Then we have the login. Log out, then we have the then we have the create node, delete node. Do we have anything else? Nope, we don't have anything else. That means we're really much set it for now. Okay, so we're in the server, right? We already installed every needing thing. We just write nodemon. Oh yeah, without any issues, our server is ready to go. Let's go, boy. Let's just close those things. Importing our nav, we don't have to import the nav. In the register one, I was sending the message like that, but instead what we can do, we can just register the user. We can just do like slash register. Okay, what is wrong with it? Oh, is it because of it being a JS export? Oh yeah, because JS don't support fetch functions. Slash API slash register. We're gonna have the method of post. We're gonna give it the body with the JSON, the stringified. We're gonna first of all give it the user as user. Actually, we're gonna give it the user as user and pass as pass. That is for the body. Now we need to give it the headers, content type application slash JSON dot then we get the response.json dot then we're gonna get the data. Let's say if data.status is equal to true, then I'm gonna say send a message with data.message and type success. Otherwise we're gonna say send message with data.message with the type being default as danger. Alrighty, that's for the register part. Do the same for the login part also, slash login. And also, if once we are registered, what we want to do if type is equal to success, then document.location.replace slash login. Alrighty, yep. Going to do same for here. Going to go to the slash URL. Okay, we also need is logged dot JavaScript constant is logged is equal to request and the response. Yeah, it's gonna be just basic. Like for the create node, we have those things right there. Response.json status 1. I'm gonna do db.query constant db.query select user from users where id is equal to user.id error and the result. Say if error, throw error, otherwise return with that status, and the user should be result 0 dot user dot export is equal to is logged constant JWT is equal to require JSON web token. Okay, so we can apply this logic in the navbar. Actually, you can say use effect just once we load it. Gonna fetch slash API slash is logged. It doesn't have to be a post call. When I say response, we're gonna get the response as .json dot then get the data if data.status is 1, then what we want to do, we want to change few things. Constant logged status is equal to use state. By default is going to be false. Let's say status is going to be true, otherwise status is going to be false. It has to be in the curly brackets because we're gonna have update user is equal to. Okay, so we're gonna get we'll be updating the user using update user data.user, and by default it's going to be nothing. And here in this section I'm gonna say if logged is equal to true, then show only this section, otherwise so let's take a look at that issue. If logged then show this. Alrighty, does make sense. Looks good to me. We don't have to make it a link, we can just make it or like a span tag. Going to have our user, otherwise it's going to basically have what we had by default. It's just a ternary operator, okay? Alrighty, looks good to me, to be honest. I don't know how it's going to perform. The website is logged not found. We're not logged in, so it's not showing us something related to our login section. And yeah, that's how we do it. Things are looking pretty much clean and pretty much rigid for now. So let's try and go to the register section. Okay. Login to register. This is register and this is login. I'm gonna register with the first name. Password is going to be test. You can actually see the password. User has been registered, try to register again. User already exists with this username. And they redirect us to the login page. What we're gonna say, I'm gonna say first name, test, User is not registered. Okay. Okay, there was issue. La 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 la. We can see the issue in our here. We tried to log in, it showed us user is not logged in. Right? Yeah, right. What did it say? User is not registered. First name. Ah. Username or the password is incorrect. Yep, can be anything. Login. Username or the password is incorrect. If it's incorrect, why are you redirecting me to this option? If type is equal to success, so redirect me to that page. I have to see something. I have to console the log. Console the log. With the type. Danger. Oh yeah. We have to get it closed like that. In the register also then. So maybe it could have been an issue for us. Login, we're just gonna get like that. Perfect. So it showed us danger. Now if we will go to in the cookie section, we will put good data. Okay, it created a cookie for us. And now it will open up a home page. Yep, that's what I wanted to see. So in the home page, we see nothing for now because we have created nothing for now. Register.jsx component. Okay, now we will create a create node.jsx component. That's gonna be React functional component. Okay, it's containing something like that. So in this one, what we will be doing, I will just show you every single thing that we're gonna do. I will try to do the things as quick as possible. We will have show notes.jsx, and then at the end we will have node.jsx. So this node.jsx will have our notes. The show notes will contain the components node that will actually show the notes in here, and the create node is going to be a component that is actually going to have our create notes stuff. Actually, create node is going to is going to help us create a node. So basically, what we want here is just a div with a class of container, a div with a class of card, a div with a class of card body, and maybe we can make a let's rename it as create node. After that, we will have to copy the form. Okay, looks good to me. Form is going to first of all have a title, and then it's going to have the node. Node is going to be a text area. So when we go to form, we're going to look out for the text area. Alright. Form control, there's a text area. Example text area. Name, change it with node. Upside one is going to be title of the node and the node itself, and then we have the submit option. That's going to be like create node. Okay, basic things that we just created right now. Okay, let's not just create a container, because we will create the container in the home page itself. Alright, import create node. Oh, not from there. Get the create node in here, then we will get the nodes in here also. So both are working in the home directory pretty fine. Yeah, we can do something like that. We also need to get the nav bar in here. Import nav bar in here. Good to import that. We're gonna import also the import show nodes from /show nodes. Okay, that's all we need. Now the create node needs a few things. First of all, it needs a title and update title. Use state, by default going to be nothing. Update node constant submit is equal to, we get the events from them. I'm gonna say so in the home section we'll be having an alert. After the navbar we'll have a class name alert like that. I know it needs a few things like those, but we will actually create a user context so the user will be able to use and edit those things. Alright, perfect. We have it like that. In the create node, for now we're gonna say update title, update node, so that things look much more clear than they usually do. So let's just create a context. Constant user context is equal to create context, and then I'm gonna say user context, so it will be able to provide the value to all of these components. Value is going to be, this means it's an object, so what we're gonna give it is update type as update type, new message as new message, new alert as update alert, and another thing, constant like if we will create a new node, so that our nodes component should update actually. So to create that thing, I'm going to say update node update run node update is equal to use state. By default it's going to get the value of 0, so we can just add the value of 1 to it, just like that. It's going to get changed, and then things are going to get changed. Okay, run node update also. And the node update itself. Okay, we gave it a lot of values. Now let's actually get to use them. What we're gonna do, we're gonna say constant what we want here, update type, run method. We want these things, and what else do we need? Do we need to run update node? Yes, we need that. Is equal to use context, and we have to export it, so that we can actually say import user context from there, and use context is put user context in here. So basically now we will be able to run this function, give updates to them, so that it will actually update the functions in home component. Let's see how the things go. I'm gonna have a send message component, do like that, you message. Okay, if title dot length is smaller than 3, or node dot return with send message of please fill details correctly. Okay, if that is not the case, what we want to do, we want to just fetch on /API/ create node with the method of post with the body of JSON dot stringify. What we want to stringify, we want to get the title and the node in there. Then we want to get the headers as content type. Okay, my bad. Application/JSON. We're gonna get the response from it. Here the response.json dot then we're gonna get the data. So if data.status is equal to true, then send message data dot message with success. Otherwise, when it send the message, but we just did out a message without any success. And we have to do e dot prevent default to make sure the page doesn't reload when we do something. Okay, is assigned a value but never used. It's called in function create. No, that is neither a function component nor a use context. Why isn't it? It's a React functional component. Are you serious, huh? Guess I didn't import it the way it was meant to be imported. I'm going to say exported. So la 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 la. Okay, so the issue is create node. It starts with a letter of small c. It always has to be capital C. Never thought these small things can make an issue. But yeah, it is what it is. Create node. From create node, we get the create node. The user is not defined. Where create node? Update the title. On change, get the event to like of this node e dot target dot value, and its value is also going to be equal to node. It's going to be equal to the title. Is assigned but never read. Okay. What is the issue? Oh, sorry. I meant to say value. Okay guys, I actually fixed the issue. Issue was that we have not defined anything in the show notes, so it was not getting it. Okay, now let's see whatever we have right there. We have class to be replaced with that. Oh, come on, just don't irritate me right now. Class name. I hope all errors should be gone by now. Did you mean the class name? Yeah, I do mean class name. Why aren't they asking us that? Where's the issue coming in? Okay, class here. Class name is logged in not found. Something wrong with the cannot read property of undefined reading apply. Log user. Okay, what's the issue? Undefined reading user. No, otherwise return ID. User.id. Result of 0 from users. Users, we have user. Select user from users where ID is equal to something like 1 maybe. Result 0 dot cannot read properties of undefined. Console.log. Gotta just console.log the user. Nothing much else can be done, to be honest. Empty area, are you serious? Are we even signing up any ID in here? 1 second. Where's the login section? Okay. Sign the object ID, right? Everything from users where user is equal to. My bad. I had to do like 0.id. Oh yeah, that's what created the issue. Okay, should not be issue anymore, because I will just log out myself from here. So I'm just gonna go login. Done. User has been logged in. First name. They showed us done, then they show us user has been logged in. Whoa, that was some kind of new thing to see. Why we wanna see done? Done success. Oh yeah. Is that why? Ah. Well, we will not see that again. Okay, node1 is good and running. Now let's set up our frontend server. Now we are good to go with this section here, with the create node. Okay, we may need a little bit more change. That is, like, I'm gonna have an empty 5. Okay. Yep. Just copy the same thing. Going to not actually gonna paste it the same thing in here, but some of it. We don't want any form. We just want to see the notes. And below the notes we will have our note, right? Yeah. Let's say import note from /note ce react functional component. Let's go, boy. So basically what we are gonna do right now, right here, first of all, we are going to have a use effect hook. So it will actually fetch to the database and check for the nodes that are available, and here we're going to give it a variable. That variable we're going to get from, say, constant which one? Note update. Yep, constant note update is called the use context and user context. And I'm gonna say here note update, and we're gonna import it as a memo so that it doesn't update every single damn time. You feel me? It will only update when this thing changes. Use effect is going to have a fetch function that's going to be /API/ get notes, just get function response, response.json. I'm gonna say .then. We get the data stuff. You feel me? Once you get the data, I'm gonna say constant data update. Data is equal to use date. Alrighty, so use state is going to be and become an array. Update data should get a data. So here below, what we want to say, we will say something like, one second, let's go to bootstrap and let's get a card, a normal one like this. Yeah. We don't want any links for now. We will get the edit and delete link later on. Let's keep the 18 RAM there, but we have to convert this one to React type, and the class to React type. This H6 is going to become span, can become span, yep, with a style of font size 0.9 RAM, and yeah. So what we are gonna just do, we're gonna wrap it up all inside JSX. Oh, my bad. Inside JSX, we're gonna say data dot map. We're gonna get the elements, wrap this all shit around that one. Okay, comma expected. Why do you expect comma? Okay. We'll see about the issue. Okay. Okay, let's see about the issue. It's because it's JSX. Expected comma. You cannot expect comma in this position because it's data dot. So yeah. Do 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 do. Okay. Can we do just like that? Yep, we can do just like that. Can just return like this. Can say get the E. Our title is gonna be E dot title, and this one is going to be the date. E dot date. This one is going to be the note. E dot note. We have to give it a key. Key is equal to E dot note ID, or probably user ID, or let's keep a note ID. So that's about the user part. We need to make the get notes.javascript. JWT is called the required JSON web token. Constant get notes is equal to request and the response. We will go to is logged, so that we make sure we check every single damn thing. Select everything. Select everything from notes where user ID, user underscore ID is equal to question mark, that is user.id, and we're gonna get the error, we're gonna get the result. If error, we're gonna say throw error, otherwise return with the response. So JSON of status being 0 and the message. I don't really know yet that if this actually works, the yellow thing. You actually have to see that also. Get notes. Expect the return value from it. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. And here we need to do like to remove this stuff so it automatically, you know, returns everything. 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, la 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 la, ring a bell. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell. Okay, if there are no notes, we wanna do something else. Okay, let's do that too. Data is equal to empty array, then show h3 no notes added, otherwise show that. La 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 la. Okay, just a minute. Data status is correct. Jingle bell, jingle the way, around and down. Ring a bell, jingle bell, la 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 la. Wing a bell, wing a bell, wing a bell. JSX. Let's see it like that. I'm gonna refresh it like that. Data.map is not a function. Okay, or okay, or okay. Okay. Still not issue. Still the issue. Data map is not a function. Data map is not a function. Data map. If I'm gonna do a console.log of data. We're gonna do a console.log for the data that we get from them. Fly me to the moon, let me sing for you more. Let me see the world, I don't wanna understand. La 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 la, and I'm thinking up above the sky. I just go so high. All I wanna say to you is that you, baby, you always with me every single time. You see me walk by the roads I cannot understand, but I hope you understand. La la, fly me to the moon, me see or more. La 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 la. I'm gonna do console.log. Every single time. Da, 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 da. All I wanna say is that you are in the bloody jungle, 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 go, jungle, 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 go, go, go. Jungle, jungle, always the jungle, jungle, jungle. Always the jungle, jungle, jungle. La 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 la. Always a jungle, jungle. Always a jungle, 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 jungle, jungle. Na 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 na. Oh, you are my best guy. I just love you the most, and cannot just explain that how much I do love you like a love song, baby. I love you like a love song, baby. Love song, baby. Beep 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 beep. La 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 la. Constantly, but you played in my mind like a destiny. Like your best of all, you are beautiful, like a dream come alive, incredible, miracle. Oh yeah, Guys, we got it to this point. Sorry, we had to type .message in order to do something like that. So yeah, we were able to get it working correctly. Let's say test without anything. Please fill details correctly. Okay, it is good, but I would have preferred it to be kind of like, you know. So basically the thing is, I have to get rid of the empty 5 from here. Below margin in Bootstrap. Bottom margin. Oh yeah, MB. Home. Where's home? We need to set a MB. Oh. Every single damn time I see you in my dreams, I feel like I'm being alive, but I don't know. Don't know. I just don't know. Don't know. I don't know. Put it like that. Please fill details correctly. It just comes and goes. Okay, it shouldn't actually push me down. Okay, that's something I don't want to see, but it's okay at a place if you think about it. When it comes like that, it notifies us and it goes back. But the issue is in the login and register section. Let's just fix the issue. Let's get rid of this from here, and let's get rid of this from here, so we don't have issues anymore. Okay, now let's close all to the right. Let's keep the home open. Let's do a refresh. Title first of all. First data. My first node. I'm gonna click on create node. It's not gonna work because we have not set it up anything for it to work. It's just gonna do like that. Else message. But it doesn't have only to do. It doesn't have to do this thing only, but it also have to run another thing that's called as okay, 1 second. Why am I going to redirect it to that point? It's going to run the run node update. It's gonna get the previous position. It's gonna do previous +1. So there it actually gets updated. The value actually gets updated in there, and in the node section in here, we get actually trigger the use effect option. Let's see if everything is working. First node, my very first node. I'm gonna create the node. Okay, node has been added. We don't get to see any message. Okay, something crashed. Message, alrighty. Get notes 4. No, you don't have to give any message in there. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Huh? Kidding me. It's just like status 0. Okay. Data does state. Oh, okay, 1 second. Why in the world you think there is message? Oh, get notes. Select everything. User ID is equal to 0. Huh. Create note, actually this one. User ID. It's going to be user.id. Yeah, my bad. So probably it was my mistake, my issue. I didn't fix it, that one, sorry. Okay, now let's see what's gonna happen. First note. First ever note written. Create the note. Okay, note has been added. And here we go. This is our first note. Alright, it looks okay. Well, it was our first ever note, so it was not going to be the best ever note. First is the first try, so yeah. We can now give it a little bit more background, you know, make it a little bit more different than normal things. So make it a little more shading. So what we can do, this is the card actually, this is a card body. RGB 0.5. Oh, not color, sorry, my bad.
What is?
So I'm trying to add RGBA, which means red, green, blue, alpha. I added like alpha a lot, you know, very small value. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this seems a lot smaller value, but it seems okay to me. Alrighty, you can add this one to the note section that is right there. We're gonna have to call background is gonna be this. And another thing to be mentioned, that all of this is going to be added in the div. So we're gonna have a kind of like a mx3 little bit, because all of this is being added inside a div. So let's just do a test. Okay, you can see how it added here. So to fix the issue, what can we do? We can actually this is the card body. Alright, so I'm gonna go to the what do we say? Not no page, I'm gonna say the show notes page. I'm gonna have a div with a deflex property inserted in it. Yep, a deflex did the work correctly. It knew what needs to be done. So yeah, here we are at this point. Let's also get the logout option in the navbar so it looks much cool. Oh. Logout, it's gonna have a on click function. It's gonna fetch on /API /API/logout. Then I'm gonna get the response dot what, I guess text, right? Yeah, response dot text dot. Then we're gonna get you're gonna get the data. What we're gonna do, we're gonna say document dot location dot replace /login, so that we have to log in again. Yep, we do see the logout option right there. We can make it a link that goes to hash means nowhere. Yep, we can do something like that. If we click on it, it just should log me out. That's what it did. If I go to home page, you can see I have those stuff right there, blah blah. Try to create a note. Please fill details correctly. Test. Please log in again. Response to text is not a function. Oh, it's not a function, my bad. No text, response dot send actually, so yeah. You got me bad. Ooh yeah. So right guys, we are done with most of the process. If I log in now back to the account I belong to, so now let's go back here. You can see we have those notes that we created before, so those notes are actually saved here. Well, about the editing the note and deleting it, it's very basic. As you already saw what I made in here, you can see, yeah, I made here delete the note. You just have to pass the note ID, just save the note ID in the element somewhere and then just pass it there. And for the delete note, for the edit node, you can see here, update node, you just give it the same values with the note ID, so it will just update it in itself. And that's how we do it. Now we can make it more professional if you want. You can take it to the business level or whatever you want to do, but that's all I was going to teach you today. I hope you actually did like this video and you learned a few new things that you didn't know before. So let's just log out and let's just register with a new username. Let's just say Elderny professional. I'm just gonna register. Okay, some issues came. Okay, sorry, my bad. We stopped all the servers, so that's why. Okay, let's do final testing, guys. Okay, let's see if the cookies were removed. Yep. Make it Elderny test. Username Elderny with the password of test. User has been registered. Click on register again. User already exists with same username. So basically it redirected me to the login page after 5 seconds. Now here I try to log in with the first name. Let's say first name doesn't exist as an example. Okay, let's try to log in. Username password is incorrect. Oh really, is it? Okay, let's manage the password. Let's just remove this one. Let's just say Elderny test, wrong password. Now this is the right password. User has been logged in, and it will redirect me to nowhere. Actually, to the main page. Just kidding, man. Password saved. That's good. First note ever. First note. Congrats. Create the note. Note has been created. Note has been added. You can see how it added the note. So yeah, we created the first note, and what you can do after creating the note. After we created the note, you can just update the title. Okay, we're saying we created the note. Update title to nothing, and update note to nothing, so it just clears it out. Got me? Refresh. Second note, creating this long note for my family decision. Creating this long note for my family decision. You can see it did clear the title and the note, so you can just write another note, and you can just keep writing and writing. Another test. This is another one. Yes, this is another one. So I do see the issue. I know what's going to happen. It's going to keep adding them here and here. We have to wrap it up. How do we wrap it up? I'm gonna show you that. I'm a real gangster. You kids just pretending. And you don't know that I'm pregnant. Alright, flex wrap. Should be wrap. Yup, it is actually wrapping up. The thing's pretty much good. And we can give them a little bit of, what we say, of space in between. I guess 2 should do it. 3 should be pretty fine. Okay, let's reduce the RAM from 18 to 17. Okay. Yep, it does really work, and really works fine. You can set the RAM to, like, 20%, 10%, something like that. We can set it to 25% maybe. Let's see how it does. 25. What it does with 30%? Oh, okay, 30% looks kind of cool. Yeah, definitely will go with 30%. So yeah, you can add notes like that, and you can see more notes. Yeehaw! It added another note in the below section. Another one. Really, bruh. So it added like that. You can see it does really add notes really cleanly. It does really feel very much good. And another thing I wanted to see here, that after the show note, we get to see the note. We want a little bit of, what we say, MB5 maybe. That means margin below 5. Okay, I don't want margin below 5 like that. I want margin below 5 on this one. Actually, on this one. Yeah, that's something I wanted to do. You can see now our notes look kind of clean, kind of in place. So yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you really do like this one. You can now add some editing options to the notes. If I will just show you adding the editing option, deleting option, I promise this video is going to be a much longer. I know that will not take much of a time, but I hope you will do that thing by yourself, because it's already been 2 hours, and this is not any how to set up your business tutorial. So I hope you get the point. I cannot just go as long as I can. So you can also add some additional information, like mark this as important. Well, I can show you another thing that I made. It doesn't have any database though. I had made this note taker before, using the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, pure JavaScript to be honest. Okay, so this is something I made. Doesn't look bad, it looks good. You can see I did invested a good amount of time in this one. So you can add a title. My first note username will be taken as default, and add a note. This is the note that I was talking about. You can add the note. You can see we get to see the username. We can delete the note, and we can see the note like that. We can also mark the note as important. You did actually remove this thing. Another note. This is my second note. Mark this as important, and important is marked like with a purple or without any color. So yeah, this is how we mark importance in this one. And you can make your notes much bigger. This is big note. Let's not make it important. This is okay note. You can see it's being a lot bigger, and it just trims it out till that point, and we can click on read more. And yeah, oh my god, yeah guys, I told you I invested a good amount of time. So this shows the title, username, added date, and this is the note. So basically all of the data is being saved in the local host actually. Yeah, there is no database connected. You can see all the notes are being saved in the database actually, in the local host. So unless until you want to clear your data, your data, it will not go nowhere. And you can see the code has gone up to 270 lines of JavaScript code, and that's not small to be honest. You can see I had a substring. I had removed all the other strings. It's like substring just like a text or slice. Yeah, I didn't know much of JavaScript at that point, so I was just doing the stuff I could have done. And this thing really felt professional when I wrote this thing, like dot substring. Oh whoa, I'm trying to be professional. Oh yeah, so yeah, a lot of JavaScript. I like to code in JavaScript a lot. So guys, that was it for this video. I hope you actually do enjoy it, and I would like to, you can see I actually deleted. Okay, this big node has been deleted from storage. It actually shows what node has been deleted from the storage. Okay, you can actually get rid of that one by clicking on the cross option, so you don't have to see the node for 5 seconds. So yeah, you can add an empty one. You can see username limit 8 character, title limit 18 characters, note limit 0+. Yeah, you need to add note anywhere bit more than 0. My Telegram, blah blah, stuff like that. So guys, that was for this video. I hope you really do enjoy this video. We made this you can see this project is much better than I made on GitHub, because this is using database. We use Node.js, we used the server, we used React, JavaScript. That means we used a lot of things in this one. So this is definitely better version of that one. If I could have made it a little bit more advanced, that would have been much easier. But now you can see everything set up. All you have to do is just add functionalities to it. So you can add as many functions to it as you can. And well, that was it. I will see you in the next video. I hope you will do great to that. I hope you will make a lot more projects by your own self without me telling you what you have to do. So guys, bye bye, see you, and have a nice day.